You can do these exercises or just take a pause to relax your eyes wherever you are. You don't need any fancy equipment, you don't need to have a particular mat. I'm just sitting on a mat right now, but you could be sitting in a sofa or in a chair, even in an airplane. So for beginning, if you're sitting at a desk, all you need to do is sit down at your chair and rest your head on your desk. Just allow the eyes to relax, close the eyes. And if you have the luxury of being on a mat, you will go to a pose called Ardha Mukha Virasana. Your big toes are touching each other. Your knees are as wide as your chest, not the shoulders, the chest. So when you stretch forward, the inner thigh will connect with the side body. And you allow the arms to stretch. Some people are more flexible, they like to stretch, and some people feel more relaxed with their arms a little closer to them. Rest your forehead on the mat and stay there for as long as you can without tiring your knees or your lower back. If you find it difficult to sit this way and your knees feel stressed, all you can do is either take a blanket or a bolster or a pillow. You could also roll up your yoga mat the way I am right now. Sit back down and place the mat behind your knees in a comfortable place, just on your calves. And that will create a little cushion for you. And also if you feel your ankles are stressed when you do this, have a blanket or something soft under your ankles, maybe a pillow to support, and then you can rest forward again. Another very simple pose that you can do to relax your eyes is to lie down close to a wall, something that you can put your legs up against. I'm going to use this window. Get your hips really close and then lie down and bring the legs up. Allow the legs to rest and you'll have the blood flowing down towards your face, allowing your back to relax completely as well, and just be as comfortable as you need to. Stretch your arms out however you feel good and rest there for about 5 minutes. You can have the knees bent if that feels better to you, or stretched out legs if that feels good too. One last thing you could do, whether you're lying at the wall or you're sitting at your desk or just waiting for a plane or a train to arrive. Take a napkin or a wet wipe. You can place it at your forehead, or if it feels good to you, place it on your eyes. What I like to do is put some ice water in a cup and squeeze it out after I've put a napkin into it, and then place it on my eyes to cool my eyes down. And sometimes if I don't have ice and I don't have a napkin, I'll just use a wet wipe. Just make sure you use the ones which don't have too many chemicals in them, because the eyes are sensitive. And then just be there for a few minutes, allowing your eyes to relax. Nowadays, we are always on our devices. So it could be a phone, it could be a Kindle, it could be an iPad. We're always looking at a screen for a laptop or a desktop. It makes the eyes very tired, and sometimes the doctor will prescribe eye drops. And that's because the eyes become dry. We're constantly looking in one place without blinking, and that makes the eyes very tired. So an easy way to make the eyes moist again is to blink. Now this might look funny, it might feel funny, but we're going to blink quickly about 10 times. So just take a moment, take a deep breath in. Allow yourself to settle into your space, and then bring all your awareness to your eyes and just start blinking. Relax. So 10 to 20 blinks, take a pause, you can repeat that if you feel good. And then to relax the eyes even more, we'll do some palming. So you make the palms really warm, keep rubbing them rapidly till you feel the warmth. And you have energy centers in your palms, so you're transferring the warmth with the energy to your eyes, cupping around the eyes. Hold the hands there for a while, closing the eyes. And just watch how that makes your eyes feel. And then relax. You have muscles in and around your eyes, just like you have biceps in your arms. It's just that they're really tiny, so we never notice them. So a good way to relax the eyes is to gently stretch the muscles of the eyes in some very tiny exercises. Now, it may feel strange not to move the head and only the eyes because we are so used to following the eyes with our body. But you're going to try and keep your face in one plane and head quite still and just move the eyes. So first look to your right, look as far to the right as you can, come back to the center, look to the left, come back to the center. Try again. See if you can keep your face still. And if that feels difficult, you can take your arms out. So you look towards your right thumb, come back to the center, look to the left thumb, come to the center, try again. And once you've stopped, relax for a moment. See how your eyes felt when you did that, because the eye muscles are stretching when you do this movement. Let's try a diagonal now. So you take your right arm up, like at a 45 degrees with the left arm down, and without moving your head, look towards that thumb, come back to the center, look at the other thumb, come back to the center, look right, center, down, back to the center. Now let's try a fluid movement. So right, and then towards the left thumb, right and left thumb. One more time, right, left thumb, come back to the center, relax. So you can do this about 5 times. If you feel like repeating it, you may. And if your eyes feel tired when you do that, close the eyes for a moment. Take a few deep breaths. Let's try that on the other side. So you'll take your left arm up and the right arm down. It doesn't matter which side you start with. The thumbs are out so you can focus on something without moving your head. Look towards the left thumb, come back to the center, other side, back to the center. Look diagonally up, try and look at the thumb, come back. Try and fix your gaze at the thumbnail, come back. And let's try the fluid movement now. Look up and then down, up and down, last time up, last time down, come back to the center and relax. Alright, so now we're going to do one last movement to exercise the eyes together. Imagine you have a giant clock in front of you and you're trying to follow the minute hand of the clock. So first we look at 12 o'clock all the way up, then the eyes come down to 3 o'clock, down to 6, 9, back to 12. Let's try that again. 3, 6, 9, 12. Now let's make that circle in a fluid motion all the way up, all the way down, back to 12 and then come back to the center. If you find it difficult to imagine the clock, you can just use your hand, but be careful that you don't follow the hand with your face, with your neck. Keep the neck facing forward, the face facing forward, and you try it on the other side now. So you go down, 9 o'clock, 6, 3, and 12. We're going in reverse, follow the thumb, all the way up, last time. Come back to the center and relax. And if you find that your eyes are watering when you're doing any of these exercises, don't worry about it. That's also the way for the eyes to cleanse themselves. And we'll come back to the palming for a moment. Rub the palms, make them warm, and cup your eyes. See how that makes your eyes feel? It usually relaxes them.
You're going to stand with your feet slightly apart and stretch your hands out to the sides. All you have to do is imagine that you're bouncing a ball and just start bouncing it really fast. Keep breathing normally and keep going. For 10 counts, turn, let your palms face up and keep pulsing up. Now you're going to slowly get your arms in. Imagine that there is a box and you're going to start pulsing your hands inwards. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going out, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And slowly drop your hands down, feel the burn. Just shake your hands out a little bit. Okay, interlock your fingers behind and stretch. And relax. Okay, we're going to take something called the resistance band or the TheraBand or the stretch band. This is very, very good to do an arm workout. So you're going to stand with your feet slightly apart. Your arms are pointing up palms up towards the ceiling, and the resistance band is between your index finger and your thumb. Elbows are in close to your waist. Your abdomen is pulled in. Now, as you exhale, you're going to slowly bend your knees and sit, and at the same time, you're going to open your hands out. So you'll really feel this work on your biceps. So as you exhale, you go out. Inhale, you come in. Exhale, you go out. Inhale, you come in. Last time, exhale and stay there. Really just pull it out. Feel the burn. Stretch, 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 stretch. And slowly come back and relax. Another very simple exercise for your arms is doing push-ups. So we're going to do the easy variation of the push-ups today. You're going to come on your hands and your knees and come into a plank position. So you want to keep your body in one straight line. We're going to do an easy variation of the push-ups. Bend your knees and place your knees on the floor and raise your feet off the floor. You can also interlock your feet together like this. Your fingers will point forward. As you exhale, you're going to slowly go down. As you inhale, you'll come up. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale 3, inhale up. Now while you're doing this, you don't want to push your hips to the back. If you do this, you will not feel any weight on your arms. You want to keep your body steady and just move only your arms up and down and not like this. At first, you might feel a lot of pain in your arms, but know that this is good pain, and the more you do it, the better you will feel.
Today we're going to work on the hips, making sure our hips don't lie. We start out with our feet a nice 4 feet wide in triangle. Turn your right toe out to your right. Make sure the right heel and the arch of the left foot are aligned. Turn the left toes in slightly. Press down from the left hip down into the heel. Straighten your back. Stretch your arms out. Take a deep breath in. Think of going sideways rather than down. Making sure both your hips are stacked, and then reaching your arm down. Reach the left arm up towards the sky. Open up the side body. Open up all the ribs. If you need to be higher, you can be higher. Just making sure that your ribs are nice and open. If your neck allows you, look up towards your hand. Otherwise, continue to look in front. Staying here for a few more breaths. Imagine you have a glass wall in front of you and a glass wall behind. You can't lean over and you can't lean back. Completely going to the side in your triangle Trikonasana. And gently come back up. Release the pose. Bring both feet facing in front. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. You can use yoga block behind your leg. Close to your ankle, press down from your right hip into your heel. Stretch the arms up, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, reach towards the side and then go down. You can bring your hand onto the block, even move the block further behind. And then open up the side body, ribs nice and stretched. Look up at your hand if your neck allows you. If your neck feels stiff, feels achy, just look in front. Staying here for 2 more breaths. And gently come back out of it. Relax your arms. Your feet are facing in the front again.
Today I'm going to take you through some simple exercises to lengthen and strengthen your spine. You can do this to improve your posture as well. So let's begin. You're going to stand with your feet hip width apart. Keep your abdominal muscles pulled in and tightened, and keep breathing through your rib cage. Now you're going to keep your hands relaxed. As you inhale, slowly look up with your head. And as you exhale, touch your chin to your chest and slowly start rolling down. You want to keep your hands relaxed and loose. You want to keep your head relaxed. Bend your knees and slowly start rolling up. Inhale and look up. Exhale. Let's start going a little bit faster. As you exhale, you're rolling down. Bend your knees. Inhale, roll up. So after you do this, if you don't feel like your spine is still warm enough, you can do it a few more times. Just repeat it. It feels really good. Going onto the floor, on your fours now. So make sure that your palms are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips, and your back should be straight. So as you inhale now, slowly arch your spine, pushing your abdomen down towards the floor and look up with your head. And as you exhale, slowly touch your chin to your chest and pull your spine upwards. Slowly come back to the center. So, another exercise that we're going to do on the principles of the same spine up and down. You're just going to raise your right hand and your left leg up. So, while you raise it up, you inhale and your spine arches and you push your abdomen down towards the floor. And as you exhale, you push your spine up and touch your hand to your knee. Yeah, we'll do it a few times on this side. As you inhale, you stretch right hand and left leg. Exhale, slowly come back. Slowly get your palms on the floor and relax in child's pose. And slowly come back up. So let's try it on the other side. Now you're going to use your left hand and your right leg. As you inhale, slowly stretching up. Exhale, coming in. One last time, inhale, stretch. Exhale, coming back. Slowly, once again getting your palm and your knee on the floor and relax. Slowly inhale and sit up. So these were simple exercises to lengthen and strengthen your spine. We don't realize the importance of a good posture on a daily basis. So it's very important to do at least one of these exercises every day to ensure that your spine remains strong and your back remains erect.
So today we are going to learn how to do a yogic breath, and we'll go through it slowly, very relaxed, lying down. You may need a bolster or a stack of pillows and a blanket. And as we lie down, I'd like you to make sure that your clothing is really comfortable. So if you're wearing a very tight belt or something that restricts your abdomen, it's not going to help you to breathe well. So make sure you're wearing something that's comfortable. You're lying down in a place which is quiet and relaxing and won't distract you or disturb you too much. So we start lying down either on a bed or on your yoga mat. Have a stack of pillows or a bolster pretty close to you so your back is supported. And the idea of having this is so that your chest comes into a nice open position, which it usually is not in. You can have your knees bent or just relax the legs however you like. You can also have a pillow under you, supporting your head if you feel like it. So nice and relaxed. So let's start to focus on the in-breath, that's the inhalation, and the exhale. And observe the quality of the breath. So every breath can be a little different, and unless you're used to a breathing exercise or modulating your breath or being aware of your breath, that's normal. So the breathing can be different from one breath to the other. One could be a little longer, a little shorter than the other. It could be a little ragged or it could be a little smooth, a little shallow or a little deep. So observe the quality. How are you breathing? Just bring your awareness there. Let's try that for 3 breaths. Close your eyes if you feel like it. And then bring your awareness to the space near your navel, near your stomach. Place one hand there or both hands, however you feel comfortable. And just observe whether your hand moves with the breath, which means is your stomach gently moving along with the breathing. Now bring your awareness to your chest. So place one hand there at your chest. And see whether both hands move gently, which means your chest would be expanding and your stomach would also be expanding as you breathe gently. Now we'll move our hands to the ribs. So you can place your hands along the sides and see whether you feel the ribs expanding every time you inhale. And relax for a moment, bring your hands down. Sometimes when we start to observe the breath or work with the breath, the exercise can seem completely pointless because breathing is so automated that we are not aware of it. So we think, what's the point of this? Why am I being made to observe my breath? It's just happening on its own. But most people don't use their entire lung capacity, which means that you are not as energized or as relaxed as you can be when you breathe better. So let's learn a yogic breath, and there are different parts, different muscles. So we started with the stomach, we moved to the chest and the ribs, and we're going to bring our awareness there. So placing your hand on your abdomen, every time you inhale, I'd like you to really expand the stomach and then allow it to relax again when you exhale. So as you exhale, you're gently going to draw your navel in towards your spine. Don't grip it, keep it relaxed. So one hand on the navel, let's try doing that for 5 deep breaths. Inhale, stomach expands. And as you exhale, it relaxes again. Let's see if you can expand your stomach as much as possible. So your hand will really move. And then gently contract it, relaxing the abdomen down towards the spine. 2 more breaths like that. Really expand the abdomen as you breathe. And relax. So that's called diaphragmatic or abdominal breathing. So you have many muscles which help you to breathe. Very important one is your diaphragm. It's a flat muscle right here which separates the stomach from the chest cavity, from the lungs. And this is an instrumental part of your breathing. You need to become aware of it. Not that you can really control it, but with the movement of the abdomen, you allow the diaphragm to move more. So if I'm expanding my stomach, allowing it to grow when I inhale, my diaphragm drops, so a lot more air can come into my lungs. Now let's move our awareness to the chest, to the heart area. So this time, don't move the abdomen so much. Try to breathe in the chest. So you try to move the hand at the chest more when you inhale. And relax it again as you exhale. Let's do that for 4 more breaths. Might feel difficult at first to isolate and just use the muscles in the chest and between the ribs, but we're going to try to do that. And relax. So that's called middle breathing. So you have the abdominal breathing, the middle breathing, and perhaps the most difficult to connect with, because it's so very subtle, is the upper breathing. So we just move the collarbones. So placing your hands on the collarbones right at the top and allowing only that to move without moving the stomach or the chest too much. Might feel very difficult, but let's try. Let's do that for just 2 more breaths. And relax. So hopefully you felt your stomach muscles moving with your inhale and your exhale. You felt the chest muscles moving with the inhale and the exhale, and maybe you felt the collarbones and the shoulders gently moving with the inhale and the exhale. So in a yogic breath, we are using all these muscles. So imagine that your breath is a wave in the sea. And the wave, the water starts from your stomach, the shore or the beach is somewhere near your collarbone. So the wave has to move, come all the way up, and then it will go back into the sea. It may be difficult to try and coordinate that one group of muscles at a time. So if everything's moving together, that's fine too. So I'm going to show it to you once. I have one hand on my navel, one hand on my chest. What I'll do is inhale, abdomen expand, chest expand, collarbone and shoulder rise, and go back the other way. So relax the collarbone and the shoulder, relax the chest, and then relax the abdomen. Let's try again. And relax. And if you feel everything's moving together, the abdomen and the chest, that's fine too. It's absolutely fine to let that happen. Let's try that for 5 breaths. And then allowing your body to relax, just observing your breathing for 2 or 3 more breaths. And observe whether your mind and your body are feeling a little more relaxed after doing this, or you're observing other things about your breath, like has it started to slow down maybe a little bit? Is it a little longer and a little deeper than when you started?
Today we're going to work on exercises to tone your quads and your inner thighs. So let's begin. So you're going to lie down on your back. Keep your abdominal muscles pulled in and tightened. You want to breathe through your rib cage. We're going to start with your right leg. Raise your right leg up and flex your foot and turn it out from your hip. So your knee will be absolutely locked. You don't want to do it with your bent knee. Straighten your knee, turn it out and flex your foot. As you exhale, slowly you get your leg down towards the floor, but without touching the floor. Turn it and point and kick up. Just a few more times. You'll already feel it working on your quads. And one last time. And slowly get your leg down and relax. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So straighten your left leg and get it up. Just so you know, this is a flex when your toes are pointed towards you, and this is a point when your toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. So you're going to flex your foot, turn it out as you exhale, slowly taking it down. Turn, point, kick. Turn, flex and take it down. Turn, point, kick. And one last time. Slowly bend your knee and relax. Okay, moving on. You're going to turn and lie down on your right side and stretch your legs out. So you want to keep your body in an L shape or in a 90-degree angle. Your head will be on your right hand, which is stretched out. Raise your left leg slightly off, keeping your knee straight. And you're going to start kicking your leg up towards your head and take it down towards the floor. Keep going, kicking it up and down, up and down. 3, 2, one last time, 1, and slowly get your leg down. We'll do this on the other side. So lying down on your left, straightening both your legs, keeping your legs in a 90-degree angle. Flex your foot, raise your leg up, kick it up towards your head and take it down. Keep going. 1, 2, 3. Slowly get your leg down and relax.